If you want to see more videos like this, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like, what are you waiting on? Go now.
Hey everybody, it's Army Princess here and welcome back to my channel. I am a U.S. Army soldier. I've been in the military for over 10 years now and I love to share my experiences with you all. You are now part of the Army Princess platoon. So make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button below and click that notification bell because this video is part of my series. It is called the Military 10 for 10. So what this means is I'm giving you 10 military videos 10 days in a row and I'm uploading these videos at 12 noon. So make sure you stick around tomorrow for the next military video. And the great part about these videos are they are questions that you all ask me. Welcome to my life as I live it. I'm Army Princess, the mother, wife, and soldier, and I want to share this journey with you. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe now so you don't miss a moment of it. If you're with me, women, let me hear you say. Today's question comes from Lovely Spade, and she asks, if I'm a single soldier, can I rent a house? So this question I chose because I've seen it in different comments and different videos that I had worded in different ways. Some people ask, well, why would I get married to live in housing, or once I join the military, where would I live? I've also heard questions like, why do I have to live in the barracks? Can I just pay my own rent? So to answer this question, if you're a single soldier, for the most part, not always, not all the time, but for the most part, in most cases, if you're a single soldier, you will be put in the barracks. Now, depending on the base, depending on the housing availability, depending on your rank, you could be able to live in your own house, and you will get what's called BAH, basic allowance for housing, and the Army will pay your rent. But there are certain circumstances. Okay, so let me kind of break this down to y'all. So for the most part, in most cases, generally, if you're usually probably at least E5 and below, the rank of an E5 all the way down to E1, you will probably live in the barracks if you're single. Now, there are some bases that provide a little more, what's the word, like a better or bigger living quarters, I should say, if you're like E5 and E6 and you're single. Or if there's no room for you in the barracks, then they will allow you to live off base. So those are the reasons that you would normally live in the barracks. Now, reasons that you would live in housing or off base where you pay your rent is if you're married, if you're a single soldier and you have a child, or if you're divorced and you have joint custody of a child, or if you are of a certain rank. Now, usually E6 and above, depending on the base, not always, they will put you in housing because they like to segregate, you know what I mean? Higher ranking people from the lower ranking people. You don't want, what is it called? Not mingling. Fraternization. So they don't want, the Army does not allow fraternization between higher ranking soldiers and officers and then the lower ranking enlisted. So they will normally split you all. Lower ranking in the barracks, higher ranking goes into housing. Like I said, if you have a family, then of course you won't live in barracks, you'll live in housing. Now, if you're a single soldier and you want to pay your rent, you can. You don't have, for the most part, I'm not going to say for the most part, I've seen where you can move out into a house, but you will have to pay your own rent. So the Army won't give you any BAH towards rent because technically they have a spot for you in the barracks. You have to get authorization through your command and your first line supervisor to be able to live off base when there is availability in the barracks. But I have seen it done before. You definitely can do that. A lot of people don't really like to live in the barracks. I will say barracks life a lot of the time is not so fun. They have barracks parties. There are rules and regulations that govern living in the barracks. There are liquor laws and regulations a lot of times that govern living in the barracks. And for me, when I lived in the barracks, the thing that I hated the most was they call them barracks parties or area beautification. So like, I'm not a smoker, so I don't like to have to go out and pick up cigarette butts of other people that smoke. But if your supervisor or your commander comes to the barracks and it looks like trash out there, they're gonna make everybody who lives in there, because it's everybody's responsibility to make sure the barracks are clean and neat, to go out there and pick up all the trash, cigarette butts and all. And they would usually make you do this on like a Friday night. So those are the negatives, I would say, living in the barracks. And if you want me to do a specific video about barracks life, pros and cons of living in the barracks, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and I will definitely do that for you all. But I see that question a lot in my comments, and I just wanted to make sure I address that question. And I thank you. I want to thank Lovely Spade for bringing that question up, because it was a great suggestion of a question. So definitely, yes, you will probably be in the barracks if you're E4 below and you're single. You can, like I said, get authorization through your command to live off base, but it's not a guarantee. And if it is granted, then you will probably be paying out of pocket. So for me, it's not worth it to pay out of pocket to rent my own house. Like, I would rather, and this is my suggestion to you all, save your money while you're in the barracks. Save your money. When you're in the barracks, you're living rent free. You can stack your coins in the barracks. All you paying for is cable if you have cable and internet, your cell phone, and car note if you have a car. So stack your money while you're in the barracks and put that money in savings. So then when you do get married, or you do have a child, or you do make a rank and you have to move out of the barracks, you got some coins saved up. So that's the that is a pro of living in the barracks. But that's it, guys. I'm going to end this here. I will see you all tomorrow at noon. Bye.
Swing the remix, God! How about that?